Hello, everyone. So, my weekly email is going to be a little different for these next 6, 8 weeks. We'll see how many videos it actually turns out to be. So, I'm getting so many great questions in the office about nutrition. I feel like I'm having the same conversation over and over and over, which is great. I'm glad everyone's in tune with their nutrition right now. They want to ask questions, they want to know more about how to fuel their body properly. However, how do I keep everyone organized? How do I keep you all on the same page? How do I have resources for you to come back and visit when you're like, wait, what did she say? What exactly am I supposed to be doing? So that's what we're doing here. We are recording videos. And then once all the videos are uploaded, they will be on YouTube and there'll be a whole channel so you can easily revisit them. Plus, all these episodes I'm going to put directly on my podcast too. So maybe you don't want to watch the video, maybe it's not downloading or whatever, and you're like, hey, just having the audio works too. So all this is going to be on my podcast too. So, like I said, whether you save the emails that have these videos in them, whether you find the link to my YouTube channel, or whether you just follow my podcast and listen to them. Great. So, like I said, we're starting at the basics of nutrition. How can you be healthier? We have made eating and being healthy so complicated, and it doesn't have to be. It can actually be very easy. You can be in any situation and you can know, hey, I'm fueling my body properly. You can be traveling. You can be out to dinner with friends. You can be at a family birthday party. And I want you to have the confidence to know, okay, just because I'm out of my house, out of my natural element, doesn't mean I can't continue to eat healthy. I want you to know how to fuel your body properly, how to know, okay, I am getting all the nutrients I need. I want you to feel confident in knowing, hey, going out to eat with my girlfriends is not going to throw me all off course. Okay. So today we are starting very basic. First up, we are talking about macronutrients. It might be going around social media as counting your macros or, hey, what are your macro goals? That sort of thing. Macros, macronutrients, they're all the same thing. The word macro just means big. So, macronutrients are the three main nutrients that your body needs in large amounts to function properly. They give us energy, they help us to build and repair tissues, and they keep your body running from day to day. So, three macronutrients. Number one, we're going to start with carbohydrates. Number two is protein, and number three is fat. So let's start with carbohydrates, or another name that we call them because we're too lazy to say the full name, carbs. Yes, your body needs carbs. Carbs are not bad. Carbs are your body's primary source of energy. When you eat carbs like bread, pasta, fruit, and even vegetables, your body breaks them down into glucose, which then fuels your brain and your muscles. So, hey, all my 90s people out there that have been on a low carb diet, on a keto diet, if you're in the 2000s, your body actually needs carbs. You could be causing more harm than good by staying away from carbs. Carbs are also essential for thyroid function and for proper detoxification. So, again, that low carb diet that you've been on, it might actually be slowing down your metabolism. It might actually be slowing down your detox pathways. It could be causing acne, causing constipation, causing skin rashes, causing, I don't know, whatever happens when your body can't detox properly. But Not all carbs are created equally. So we have our simple carbs, think like your sugar, your candy, even bread and pasta. They digest very quickly in the body and they give you that quick instant energy, but then you crash. Have you noticed sometimes when you eat a meal, you're like, yeah, I can eat all this carbs. And then 30 minutes to an hour afterwards, you're like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I need to take a nap. That's not normal. When you eat a meal, it should fuel your body. It should keep you full. So maybe we need to look at your carb sources. Maybe they're digesting too quickly in your body. Maybe we need to pair them with some other macronutrients. We'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Then we also have complex carbs. These are like your whole grains, your beans, your lentils, your vegetables. These digest slower, keeping your energy more stable. Now, while we're on here, I want to talk about that because carbs are a good source of fiber, and you need fiber for a healthy gut and digestive system. And again, they break down slower. They help to keep your energy steady. So, carbs have gotten a bad rap. Like I said, especially the last couple of years. A lot of diets tell you to stay away from them, eat as low carb as possible, eat no carb, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, your body needs them, especially if you're active. Not even that. If you want to have a healthy thyroid, if you want your body to be able to detox properly. So then our second macronutrient we're going to talk about is protein, aka the builder. This is because protein is made up of amino acids. They're the building blocks to your body. They help to repair your muscle tissue. They build enzymes and hormones. They keep your immune system strong, but they also keep your metabolism going all day. Yeah, one sec. Need some tea here. Got a little worked up there talking about carbohydrates, so I didn't have a voice left. So, protein, very, very important. Keep your metabolism going all day long. If you want your body to burn fuel efficiently, if you want it to, hey, the foods I'm eating to automatically go into burning them, not storing them, we need to make sure we're having adequate levels of protein each day. Protein is the most fulfilling nutrient. It's actually the macronutrient that signals to your brain, hey, you're full, stop eating. So if you have a hard time deciding, hey, have I had enough to eat or do I need to eat more? It's probably because you're not getting enough protein. You're not getting that signal to your brain to tell you to stop eating. So you'll find protein in things like chicken, beef, fish, turkey, venison, bison, eggs, dairy, milk, yogurt, and cheese is a good source of protein. But also in your beans, lentils, and tofu, tofu, and then last resort in like protein powders and protein bars. So protein is very, very important. If you are trying to build muscle, lose fat, or even recover from your workouts easier, protein is your best friend. Aim to include protein at every meal. And now that brings us to our last and final macronutrient, number 3, fat. That is probably the most misunderstood macro. For years, fat was blamed for weight gain and heart problems. But guess what? Eating fat doesn't actually make you fat. We now know that not all fats are bad. In fact, your body needs fat to absorb certain vitamins, to build brain cells, and to keep your hormones balanced, well, and produce hormones for that matter. But fat also helps to slow the absorption of sugar, decreasing those blood sugar spikes that then drop you off and make you crash. So, some healthy fats to include in your diet are foods like avocado, butter, cheese, coconut milk, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, mayonnaise, ghee, nuts like almonds, cashews, pecans, walnuts, pistachios. I know there's more nuts. I didn't name them all. Nut butters are a good source of healthy fats. Chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. Those are really good sources of fat that your body needs. But then on the opposite side, we have to be aware of unhealthy fats like canola oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, vegetable oils, corn oils. A lot of these unhealthy fats are found in our processed foods. So when you're looking at ingredients labels, if there's a lot of trans fats in the food, that means it contains a lot of unhealthy fats. So don't fear fats. We just have to include the right fats into our diet each day. Okay. So again, we have three macronutrients: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. That's kind of your crash course on macronutrients for today. So the next time you go to put foods together to make a meal, or you're looking at a nutrition label, you'll know exactly why you want to eat carbs, why you want to eat proteins, and why you want to eat fat. And then next week, we're going to discuss how to put all three of these macronutrients together to make a meal. So, in the meantime, look in your fridge and cupboards. Do you have a good variety of carbohydrates? Do you have some sources of protein? Do you have some healthy fats in there? Or are you missing some of these macros? Do we need to maybe hit up the grocery store? Maybe you're like, wow, I'm really lacking in the healthy fats group. So maybe you got to go invest in some nuts. Maybe you want to add some seeds to your cupboard. Maybe you want to get some cheese or some avocado. Maybe it's time to invest in that expensive olive oil that you've been drooling over. Take the time, like I said, check it out. What do you have? What do we need to add to our kitchen? So then next week we can put them together and make a meal. All right. If you have any questions about macronutrients, don't hesitate to reach out. Like I said, I'm here for you. I just want to break it down, make it very simple about what nutrients you need and how to actually eat healthy.